Hey, I'm Gen V. Welcome. Let's talk about 3 things that are important to understand about fitness that most people don't tell you. These are really important to know when you're starting out, but it's also important to know anytime you hit a plateau or get frustrated or want to give up. Just keep these 3 things in mind and it will help. I promise. Okay, let's jump into it. The first thing is it's not fair. Just like life, fitness is not fair. It does not even. It does not treat people equally. There are people that will get better results doing certain things than you will. There are people that just have genetic advantages. We do not function the same way. Certain diets, certain workouts work better for this person than this person. This is why I don't like following specific meal plans unless it was made for me, right? Because that meal plan works for that person, might not work for me. It may work really well for your friend or your neighbor or your relative, and then you see that they got great results and you try it and it just doesn't work for you. It's because fitness is not fair. It's just not. This was a hard one for me to grasp. I used to get really kind of annoyed at people who could lose weight quickly or who could run faster or who could just whatever, do things that I couldn't do. Like, why can they do it and I can't? Or why are they able to do it better? Or why can they do it faster? Like, it's not fair. Like, I thought something was wrong with me. Oh, it's just not fair. It's just, this is the body that I have. This is what I was given. My body does have certain strengths that I can do better than other people, but it also has weaknesses that they can do better than I can. And I carry my weight in a certain place, and we all have our things that make us unique and make us different from other people. So why do we expect things to be equal when we're working towards a goal? Like, they are different. Their body is different and their results will be different. So that's something that I hope will help you. I know it's a bit of a negative, like it's not fair. That's a negative statement. But when you keep that in mind and you remember that, it will help you keep your eyes on the prize, keep your eyes on your own paper, like stay in your lane. You're trying to do what's best for your body, for your results, for your life, no matter what is working or not working for other people. You stay here and do the best that you can for you. Okay, the second thing, let's move on, this is another negative. Maybe that's why people don't tell you these things, because they're not fluffy and fun and positive. So the second one is that it never ends. It never, ever. You're never going to get to the finish line. It's not there. You just keep going and you keep going. It's like that song, "This is a song that never ends." You know that one? Yeah, it's that. It just goes on and on. we just keep going. That doesn't mean you can't have small finish lines and small specific short-term goals, but in general, like your healthy lifestyle, your fitness journey, it doesn't have a finish line. Unless you want to stop being healthy and stop being fit, then you stop doing what you're doing that got you there and you're done. But that's not the way that I want to live. I want to continue to keep being healthy, to keep being fit, to keep, if not trying to improve, at least trying to maintain, right? Because if you're not working to maintain, you will regress. You have to actively work just to keep what you have, especially as you get older. If you're over 40, over 45, you've got to work. You've got to keep going and stay in it just to maintain what you've already built, or else you'll start regressing, and we don't want that. So you want to keep moving forward, keep moving forward, keep moving forward, keep working to stay healthy and fit as long as you're alive, like as long as you possibly can. You do as much as you can, as often as you can, as best you can for as long as you can. It does not end. This is something that bothers me when I see all these get fit in 30 days and lose 10 pounds overnight and all of this foolishness. Because what happens after those 30 days? You do the thing for 30 days and maybe you get great results, maybe you don't. Probably not, because rule number 1, fitness isn't fair. Right? Somebody might have gotten great results at one point in time, but it might not be the same for you. But even if it is, okay, then what? You don't just stop. You've got to find a way to make this maintainable. That doesn't mean you can't change and evolve and grow and try new things, and it doesn't have to be the same. In fact, I don't think it should be. But it means that there aren't all these stops and starts and stops and starts and on again, off again. And I did this and now I'm done. And then after a little while, you're like, oh shoot, now I got to do something else. And you do this and then you're done. I did that for many, many, many years. I had a lot of stops and starts, on again, off again. I'd start running and I'd do some really crazy, ridiculous, sign up for a marathon or something. Or something. I did that a few times. And then when that's over, I'm like, done. I'm over it. Not running again. And I did that several times, on and off. And with other things, with diets, with other forms of exercise, you're kind of on track or off track, or you're on a health kick or you're not, We've got to stop that mentality. There is no end. It just keeps going on. And that's a good thing. It's a good thing. You want to be able to keep going, to be able to move your body and to live and to be alive and to have energy, to keep working towards a healthy, long life. It's a good thing. Okay, and the third hard truth that the fitness industry and the experts do not want you to know is that they don't have all the answers. Myself included. I'm outing myself right here as a fitness professional. I do not know everything. The fitness industry is relatively young as an industry. It hasn't been around that long. 100 years ago, there were not gyms and yoga studios and personal trainers, and it's a relatively new industry with relatively new science and research, which, I don't know if you've noticed, changes over time. Things they were saying were good for us in the 70s, they changed their mind in the 80s. It seems like every decade there's a new thing, right? They change their mind. New research. One is because it's a new industry. 2 is because the human body is very complicated. And in the beginning, I think the problem was we were separating physical from everything else and looking at the body just in terms of, biology and anatomy. And now, recently, we've integrated and started looking at things at more of a holistic and how your mind and your emotions and everything affects your physical body, that it's all intertwined and related. And this is the philosophy that I believe in. I don't think that we should look at things in isolation. I think we need to look at how they all play together. But anyway, my point is that even people who are experts in their niche, they've really researched and they've studied and they're up to date on the latest research, and they still don't have all of the answers because it's always changing and evolving and growing, and we're always gaining deeper knowledge and better understanding. And here's another little tip, is that the fitness industry is not regulated. So it's not like becoming, a doctor or a lawyer where you go to school and then you have certain standards to pass, the bar exam to become licensed. There is no one set of overall kind of standards that you need to meet to become a personal trainer or a group fitness instructor or whatever it might be. There are certain certifying agencies within the industry that are more respected than others, that have kind of become the gold standard for what a fitness certification should be. but it's not overseen by anybody. It's each agency makes their own rules on what education you need to have and what exam you need to pass and how hard it needs to be, and all of the criteria. So just be careful who you're taking advice from. Make sure they know what they're talking about, that they have kind of the resume, if you will, to back up their claim as an expert or guru in the industry. And then remember, even if they have all of that paperwork, things change and they don't have all the answers. Nobody does. All right, I've got one more thing to share with you before we wrap up. But if you are enjoying this content, I want to encourage you to please subscribe, like the video, leave me a comment, say hi, let me know you were here. I am going to link above a video that I have done with my fitness philosophy. It's called the Fitdamentals. If you're looking for a really simple, basic, no nonsense way to get started in this lifelong journey, check that video out. All right, finally, the last one is bonus one. It's very similar to the second one where I said this never ends, and also to the first one where it's not fair. This last one is, it doesn't get easy. I know, that sucks to hear, right? That's, And now again, depending on who you talk to, some might disagree with me. This is my personal opinion based on my credentials and my education and my experience personally and professionally. Is living a fit life, a healthy life, takes discipline. It does. It is not easy. And I think this is a misconception that people think that those of us that live a healthy, fit life, that it's easy for us, that, you know, we just naturally have energy and we love to exercise and we love eating kale and salads and whatever. No, not so much. Over time, you develop habits and you do learn to crave these things. I crave the way I feel when I exercise and when I eat healthy. Would I rather hang out on the couch with a bag of potato chips? Yeah, that would be easier. And some days I still do that on occasion. But for the most part, I choose to live a healthy, happy, active life. And it is a daily choice. It does not just happen. I am not better than you or more special, or I'm definitely not more athletically inclined or naturally hyper or anything like that. I grew up, overweight and eating junk food, and I have the same pull towards emotional and stress eating and junk food. My point is, it's not easy, at least not for most people. There are a few elite, kind of gifted, it's not fair type of people that are just naturally fit and healthy, and it's just what they've always known and what they've always done. But for the rest of us, it is not easy, and that is okay. We've got to stop thinking that we're doing it wrong, or that, there's something wrong with us, or we're just not meant to be fit. Like it shouldn't be this hard, and if it's this hard, then it's not meant for me, and I'll just give up. Nope, it is hard. But it does get better. It does, because you do learn to love it, and you do learn to crave it, and you do develop habits that will help keep you going. But it is kind of supposed to be hard, especially when we're talking about exercise. That's what makes you stronger, is when you push through the hard parts. That's what makes you better. So that, my friend, is your tough love, sad but true, 4 things. I told you I'd give you 3, I gave you 4, that the fitness industry does not want you to know. But you need to know these things. They're super important. I hope you found that helpful. Again, please like, subscribe, comment, let me know you were here. Share this out with somebody who's struggling, who needs to know that it's not just them, that this really is a lifelong game that we decide to do every day. even when it's hard. Be well. Take care. I'll see you soon.